Welcome to Unit 6. In this unit, we will be solving equations and inequalities, and graph our solutions for the inequalities using number lines. And we will start with Lesson 1, Solving Equations Pictorially, which is actually Section 6.2. Then we'll go back to 6.1 after, where we solve equations symbolically or algebraically. So in this video, we'll look at solving equations using balance scales. Now when we solve an equation, this means that we find the value of the variable that makes the equation true. So we want to isolate the variable on the scales to determine the answer. Now we can always verify the solution by substituting the value into the equation to see if the left side of the equation is equal to the right side. Example 1, we have to solve using balance scales and then verify the solution. So we have 5a plus 1 equals 11. So we're going to use squares to represent the variable, in this case a, and circles to represent the numbers. So this represents a 1. So on my scale, I'm going to have 5 squares on the left plus 1 circle to represent 5a plus 1. And on the right, I'm going to have 11 circles. Now what we want to have is squares on one side, all the variables on one side, and all the circles, or all the numbers, on the other side. So we only want squares on one side and circles on the other side. So in order to do this, I'm going to have to take away the circle here on the left. Now in order to keep my scale balanced, I'm also going to have to take away circle on the right as well. Now I'm going to take the remaining circles and divide them into equal groups. And in this particular case, I'm going to divide them into 5 equal groups because there are 5 squares. So here I have 5 squares. Just trying to separate them a bit. And now since there are 10 circles, I'm going to have 2 circles in each group. So we see that 1 square is equal to 2 circles. So this means that A is equal to 2. Now to verify the solution, we're going to fill out this chart here where we have left side, LS, and right side, RS. So we replace our A with 2 on the left side and then hope that that equals 11, which is on the right side. Now working out the left side, we have 5 times 2 is 10. Then adding 1 to that do give us 11. So since 11 equals 11, we just verified the solution. Now for B, we have variables on both sides of the equation here. So on the left, I'm going to draw 2 squares and 5 circles. And on the right, 4 squares with 3 circles. Now I want squares on one side, and since there's more squares on the right hand side, I'm going to want to have them all over there. So that means I'm going to take away 2 squares from both sides, leaving me with 5 circles on the left and 2 squares and 3 circles on the right. Now, since I want all of these circles on the left there, I'm going to get rid of these 3, and I'll also have to get rid of 3 on the left. So now if I break my remaining circles into 2 equal groups, I'm just going to have 1 circle in each group, which means that each square is just equal to 1. So A equals 1. Now to verify this, we set up this chart and replace A with 1 on the left side of the equation and also the right side. And work it out, and hopefully the left side and right side are equal. So on the left side we'll have 5 plus 2, which is 7. And on the right side we'll have 4 plus 3, which is also 7. So since 7 equals 7, we verify the solution.